Most of us are just hobby photographers that have taught ourselves how to do photography without any real education or structured lessons. But if you want to practice your photography, then I think there is value in trying to structure your photography and doing some kind of photography lesson. So I have come up with a few different exercises that you can do when you feel like it. So make sure to save this video and also send it to a friend who does photography. But with that out of the way, let's get started with lesson number 1. And I talked about this one in a previous video, and I bring it up once again because I really do think this is a great exercise if you want to improve your photography. And that is to, before you're going out, set your camera to black and white by either setting a preset or changing the imaging style or whatever it's called on your camera. Just make sure that the camera is set to black and white. And why this exercise is so good is because it completely just removes one aspect of photography, being the colors. So now you can focus more on the others. So you can focus more on composition and lighting. And we can't forget that photography in the end is just really capturing light on a sensor. So by removing colors, you can focus more on composition and lighting and how the light is hitting the subject. So this exercise is for those who feel like they want to improve their compositions and their work with lighting, or just if you feel a little bit stuck inside of your photography right now. And now for exercise number 2, and we are going to practice our composition. And you are only allowed to go out and shoot either negative space or minimalistic photos, I guess. And the aim of this exercise is for you to remove as much as possible from the photo, but still be able to create an interesting and a good photo. This is a really good exercise for multiple different reasons, but it forces you to think about what to actually keep inside of the frame. And not to say that you always need to shoot minimalistic photos or remove everything from the photo for it to be a good photo. That's not what I'm trying to say here. It's just that by doing this exercise, you teach yourself, or you learn how, that you can remove quite a lot from a photo, and rather than taking away from the photo, removing things actually adds to the photo. So I think this is a good exercise because you train yourself to create a better image with less. All right, lesson 3, do spec work. And this one really is a kill two birds with one stone situation here. So I want you to think about what is your dream client and what would your dream photo shoot be? If you want to do paid work with photography, of course. If you don't, then that's totally fine as well. You can still do this exercise. So instead, just try to think of your dream photography project. And now try to recreate that as close as possible. I understand that a dream photo or a dream client could come with you needing money and stuff like that for a specific shoot, and I totally understand that. But just try to scale it back to what level you actually are possible to do it from. So let's just say that you have a dream of photographing a new car when it releases. And of course you might not have the possibility to photograph that new car, but just go out with your car or your parents' car or whatever. Just because you don't have the best looking car doesn't mean that you can't make a good photo. So just really try to think about it as if it was a real client shoot. So the aim of this exercise is just to try to plan a photo shoot, try to create a concept of a photo, and try to create that photo, shoot that photo, maybe manage a team, and then edit it and then deliver a really cool photo. I don't even know how many times I have said photo in this video. It's getting out of hand. That's what happens when you're so good at English. So this exercise helps you to practice the skill of creating a photo rather than just going out and capturing whatever you see. And there's quite a large difference there in creating a photo or capturing a photo. And at the same time, you are also creating some good spec work that you can use in your portfolio to help you land the clients you want to work with in the future. All right, and now for exercise number 4. And this one might seem a little bit odd in the beginning, I know, but I do really think this one has helped me quite a lot in improving my photography without me even knowing. It is just now recently that I have started to think about it in a different way that I realized that it actually has helped me. And that is to just imagine shots as you walk around in your daily life. So this is not as much an exercise as it is just you practicing your photography mindset even when you don't have your camera with you. It's an exercise in trying to be more aware of your surrounding. Maybe next time you go out, don't put your headphones in with music or a podcast. Instead, leave them out and try to be more aware of your surrounding. Just walk, look around, see if you can find a good photo in your daily life, maybe on your commute to work or school. And as you do this, you're going to every now and then start to see possible photos that you could shoot. And why we want to practice this is because at the end of the day, photography is not just only a skill or a technical skill, it is actually an art form. And to become really good at art, we need to practice that as well. And to get good at it, you need to do it a lot. You need to think about creation a lot. You need to flex that muscle that is your artistic side. And just being more aware of your surrounding and trying to create your own life as interesting as possible, even in the mundane things, is what makes you interesting as a person and your art interesting as an artist. Because it is from your life that you will tell your stories. And now for exercise number 5 and the last one for today. Now I want you to crank that aperture as high as you possibly can, and we are going to go out and shoot. I want you to take good photos without a shallow depth of field. So these days it is just so easy because everyone has really good camera equipment. So it's easy to just lean on that blurry background as I am right now because this scene is super messy. But for this exercise, I want you to not do exactly that. So in this exercise, we crank that aperture up and we go for it. We try to create interesting photos where you can see everything. All right, those were 5 exercises that you can do to improve your photography. And as you probably noticed, pretty much all of them are in a way restricting you in what you are allowed to do. And I think this is a great way to improve your photography because it forces you into a more creative state where you have to work with your sort of restrictions, I guess. But with that out of the way, it is time to get back to photographing. See ya.